Boom. What up, YouTube? Houston coming at you with a video. 713 the Bio City, we in here. So, I did say in my victory video that the Texans were going to go to Baltimore. But then I come to a realization that the only way Houston plays Baltimore is if the Bills win. Though they will potentially play the Kansas City Chiefs if the Steelers find a way to pull off the upset in Buffalo. And which I wouldn't mind happening considering what happened in 2019. Last time these two teams met, 24-0, getting outscored 51-7. Yeah, the Chiefs have been a thrown to our side. Just like Baltimore has been a big thrown to our side, which is the reason I wouldn't mind playing Lamar Jackson again. But since it's Monday, it's going to come down to Pittsburgh and Buffalo, along with though Eagles and Buccaneers are going to be playing also. They're on the NFC side. But my thoughts on the wild card, Detroit and the Rams game, I'll say one of the best games to watch, hands down, so far in Super Wild Card weekend. After everything that's happened thus far, 3 pick sixes, 2 from the Texans and 1 by Green Bay, who pimp slapped the Cowboys today unexpectedly by a score of 48-32. I mean, that's something I didn't see coming. I knew, and it's crazy. I picked the Cowboys to win because it was like this was their best chance to make a run to at least the NFC Championship game. But goddamn, for Green Bay to come in and beat up on the Cowboys like that? Oh, well, Aaron Jones owning the Cowboys per usual. Dallas, from start to finish, forget about garbage time points and stats. They had no answer for the Packers. And the Packers had a much better game plan. And I learned when you run the ball on the Cowboys effectively, it's going to be hard for the Cowboys defense to make stops when it counted. And that's what it turned out to be. And as far as the Lions and Rams, it was down to the wire. And I picked the Rams, but Puka Nacua had himself a good-ass game. But, man, that performance by Nacua and Stafford went to waste thanks to missed opportunities to score touchdowns when it counted. Detroit held them to field goals, and they held off the Rams. So congratulations to the Detroit Lions. They'll be moving on to face the winner between Philly and Tampa Bay, in which I have Tampa Bay winning that game. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles find a way to win. But as the saying goes, only time will tell. And, man, it goes to show you, man, everything is possible in the playoffs. Now, as far as the Texans go, I'm still enjoying this blowout win they got over the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I know it was a lot of people had the Browns beating the Texans, but Texans had something to say about that as they hung a 45 burger on them and on their defense. They would have had up to 50 plus points had C.J. Stroud not overthrown Nico Collins, who was wide open for a touchdown. If you think about it, it would have read 51-14, but oh well, it happens. Just as long as Houston handle business, it all that matters. So, like I said, they'll be waiting for the winner between it's gonna boil down to Buffalo and Pittsburgh. So if the Bills win, it'll be Kansas City and Buffalo, while Houston goes to Baltimore to take on Lamar Jackson and that high-powered Ravens team. The soon-to-be MVP Lamar Jackson. Well, though, the only way Houston don't go to Baltimore is if Pittsburgh pulls off the upset against Buffalo, which will lead to them going to Baltimore. Now, Pittsburgh knows how to beat Baltimore, regardless of the circumstances. In which I wouldn't mind KC versus Houston once again, because I would love to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Just just like I would love to beat Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, because yeah, they both been a throw on the Houston side. Especially the Lamar and the Ravens, 3-0 all time versus the Texans. And Mahomes, including the playoffs, 3-1 versus Houston. So, just gonna find out what happens. I guess, though I got Buffalo winning Monday's game, and I got Tampa. So let's see how Monday goes. Because I'll be keeping a close eye on that Bills and Steelers game for sure, to see who Texans' next opponent is. Yeah, like I said, I really would love to play Baltimore, because they kick, Stroud versus Jackson too, against that high-powered Ravens defense. But hey, if that doesn't work out, I wouldn't mind playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Once again, because of what happened in 2019, I would love to beat their ass too. Mahomes in the reigning champs. It's like slaying the dragon. But I just thought I'd come up here and see, talk about who I wouldn't mind seeing the Texans face in the divisional round, and on what my thoughts have been throughout the wild card so far. So, to my next video, LTH checking on up out of here, 713 in Bio City, Texans sworn.